Hello everyone, I am Coolguy. Welcome back. It is week 10 of our weekly vendor weapon reset. We made it to double digits. Now this is for the weapons. If you're looking for PvE specific activities, there's a link in the description to Mesa. He's going to have you covered for things such as the raid, modifiers, nightfall, all the reset for PvE. So go ahead and check that out. Let's start off with Ronnie. He's our Vanguard quartermaster, and he didn't really bring it this week, and it's such a shame. However, the Crucible quartermaster did. So we're going to talk about a couple weapons. There's not too much to talk about. First is the PARTHIAN shot, and if you didn't pick up last week's, shame on you. It was such a good roll. But we have the red dot ORA sure shot in the OEG rifle scope, Outlaw Feeding Frenzy, Perfect Balance or Feather Mag, and then Head Seeker. So in this middle tree, we're going to run Perfect Balance to help with the tightness of the grouping with Head Seeker. Now between these two, it's going to be up to you. Outlaw is 4 headshots. It's a faster reload than Feeding Frenzy, but Feeding Frenzy is on every single reload. So Feeding Frenzy might be the best option if you land your headshots with the Parthian shot. Outlaw is going to be the top overall perk out of those reload perks. Next, let's move on to the Angel's Advocate, and the reason I want to bring this up is its utility for PvP only. We have red dot ORA, range lens RLS3, and the reflex. So the main thing is going to be the reflex here. It's a very good sight for the scout rifles. We have life support or mulligan, braced frame, high caliber rounds, and third eye. So the utility is going to be the life support, braced frame, third eye combination for PvP specifically. The magazine is going to come down a little bit lower, but we have high stability with the reflex, possibly getting your health back with life support, and then third eye is a good all-around neutral perk to have. Next, let's go ahead and move on to the sidearm. Right. Well, before that, let's talk about the ASTRIS a little bit. Now, it's not a top tier roll. It could be, right? But you're going to use this thing kind of like a shotgun. We've talked about the ASTRIS and these fast-firing fusion rifles. We have the MD Reflex, the red dot ORA2, and the OEG. We have spray and play life support, hand-laid stock, snapshot, and then counterbalance. So we're going to run the high stability of hand-laid stock with counterbalance for a very tight grouping on a fusion rifle. But again, this is a fast-firing one. You're going to have to be up close. The idea between spray and play and life support is going to be you have to pick up boxes. So it could be a very fun PvE perk. Say it's a void burn on one of our activities. Spray and play would be very nice. But life support's going to see the best and most traction with this fusion rifle, possibly getting a kill and then getting your health regen back at the end of it. So you're going to be in close quarters. You might get meleeed. You might get you know, a grenade on you. So life support's going to be the best option. And then finally, the TEACUP Tempest, and again, I like this archetype, I really do. And for two things, this does have fast draw, true sight, quick draw, but we have mulligan, feeding frenzy, fitted stock, high caliber rounds, and hot swap. So hot swap's really good on a sidearm with that brief moment of accuracy when bringing it out. But we have mulligan, and I've talked about mulligan in the past on a sidearm. If you've never used mulligan on a sidearm, it's one of the best perks for it because it procs a lot. Now in the middle tree between fitted and high cals, high cals at range is really going to help out. It's a very fast kill, so when you have damage drop off and you have to fire more than 5, 6, 7 shots, to really kind of stagger them, hopefully throw off their aim, that might be the best option. Now with fitted stock, you can throw that on, but let's talk about the stability here. You're not going to see it too much. It does help, but you're probably going to get most uses out of high caliber. So let's go ahead and move on to Dead Orbit. And we're going to talk about a couple weapons. First, the Extremophile, and I really like this combination because the Continental from the Vanguard Quartermaster can't roll this. We have the Reflex, which is good scope, the Sure Shot, which is probably the best in my opinion out of all these newer weapons, and then the OEG. We have Flared Magwell or Quick Draw. We're going to go with Quick Draw. It's small bore, crowd control, and hidden hand. So we're going to run this quick draw, crowd control, hidden hand combination. So with an auto rifle bounty, if you're looking just for a weapon to pick up, you have extra marks at the end of the week, possibly pick this up. It could be pretty fun. The magazine's high enough to get a kill and actually get some crowd control action on your following target in PvP. Now in PvE, it's going to be good as well because of crowd control. And the second one we're going to talk about today is the Bitter Edge. This has a very high aim assist for a sniper rifle. We have the Hawkeye, Ambush, Taxis. Remember, Taxis is going to be like the icebreaker scope. A lot of people don't like just the look of Taxis, but once you get in scope, it feels like home. But I prefer the Ambush, I always have. We have explosive rounds or quick draw. Quick draw is what we want to use for PvP. And then we have Hammer Forge, triple tap, and then hidden hand. So again, a very high inherent aim assist paired with hidden hand and quick draw. That's exactly what we want. So it's a very good sniper rifle, and this is going to be between, what you want. Hammer Forge, remember, range ties in with aim assist, accuracy, all that good stuff. So upping the range isn't going to be a bad option, pairing it with the hidden hand snipe. So let's go ahead and move on to Future War Cult. First with the WAIL, and it has the best of both worlds. If you guys don't have Fatebringer yet, this could be an option for you. We have the Steady Hand, Sure Shot, Quick Draw. Now we have explosive rounds or quick draw. Now these two I really like for the WAIL. They're very kind of exclusive to it, mostly quick draw, right? And we talked about explosive rounds, what it can do pairing with the icebreaker. Now we have hammer forge, triple tap, and then firefly. So triple tap could be a PvE perk, but we want to get the most range for our accuracy. So I would personally go with quick draw, hammer forge, firefly for that Fatebringer combo, or you can go all the way Fatebringer combo with explosive rounds, minus the outlaw, of course. So the WAIL's pretty decent this week if you're looking for a weapon like that. And then we're going to be talking about the wounded a little bit. And again, I like this weapon. I really like this weapon because of a certain perk set in the middle. We have the red dot ORA, the ranged lens, and the OEG. So we have explosive rounds, quick draw. Both these are going to be really good wherever you go. Perfect balance, unflinching, and then hidden hand. We love hidden hand on a scout rifle, we really do, and we love it actually anywhere in the game. But again, with perfect balance, when you put that on, it's a well-rounded weapon, decent magazine of 15. It really rounds out the impact, stability, reload range, makes it very complete. So it's going to be decent. I really like it. Now you can put on explosive rounds. That's never a bad option wherever you go. They cause a little bit of flinch in PvP. The Wormwood's always going to be a good option to pick up, and then the Warpath is going to be your basic run-of-the-mill grenades and horseshoes rocket launcher, but the Crucible Quartermaster is where it's at this week, so we'll see you there. Alright, at the Crucible Quartermaster, there is going to be a top 5 list, because we have a lot of good things. First, our bounties are going to be the auto rifles, which we talked about, the Extremophile. Scout rifles, fusion rifles, sidearms, and heavy weapons. We're in Clash this week. Now, the 0-Day Dilemma, we have a good one, and it could go for that auto rifle bounty. We have the red dot ORA, steady hand, OEG rifle scope. It's going to be rodeo or danger close, definitely rodeo. Small bore, rifled barrel, and then counterbalance. So, whenever you pair any type of range perk, I mean, the best one's going to be rifled barrel. We do not reduce our stability, so we have high range with counterbalance. That means our recoil is going to be straight up and down. Very big for auto rifles, so these two combined with rodeo is going to be our best option. Really good 0-Day Dilemma this week. We're going to skip the B29 Party Favor, the hero formula. Now the Palindrome, we just talked about a Luck in the Chamber Palindrome. Well, this is your chance, guys, and this has its own utility. We have the True Sight, Fast Draw, Quick Draw. It's going to be Hot Swap or Icarus, Rifled Barrel, Explosive Rounds, and then Luck in the Chamber. Between these two, Hot Swap is very good, very, very good for pairing with Sniper Rifle, because again, we bring this out, get a little brief bonus accuracy. So if you have out your Icebreaker, if you get a body shot, it's really going to help switching to this weapon and getting the cleanup kill. So, and then again, Icarus is always good, being up in the air, really good on hunters, on good and on any subclass, but I like the utility of Hot Swap, pairing this with Rifled and Luck in the Chamber. And again, Luck in the Chamber, you can get those 2 taps every now and then. There is RNG involved in it. It's a very good palindrome. If you're looking for a lucky one, this is your week. We're going to talk about the 44 Curtain Call, and these are for our defenders and our Sunsingers, and well, just anybody really. This is a good replenish shotgun. We have Smart Drift Control, Accurize, Aggressives. We want Aggressives paired with Reinforced Barrel, getting a lot of range with the Impact Boost. So it's replenished or knee pads. We have Reinforced Barrel, Quick Draw, and then Crowd Control. So again, it's going to be Replenish, Reinforced, Crowd with our Aggressive Ballistics. Very well-rounded 44 Curtain Call this week. We have an Outlaw, Reactive Reload, Anton's Rule. We have an Event Horizon that we're going to skip. Now, the Chaotic Neutral, it's going to make the list this week because we do have CQB Ballistics, Smart Drift Control, Field Choke. So, the Smart Drift Control paired with Take an E, and we talk about Take an E on machine guns, it's very good. Take an E, Army of One. We have Small Bore, Appended Magazine, and then Counterbalance. So, our loadout's going to be Take an E, Appended Magazine with Counterbalance. It's going to be a very decent. I'm probably going to pick this up. I've never used a Chaotic Neutral with Counterbalance and Take an E. It should be pretty fun. I'm a big fan of the Deluge with Take an E Counterbalance. You guys know that, or Take an E Persistence. Very good. And then finally, the Something Wicked. This is a very good rocket launcher, very good high inherent blast radius and velocity. We have Linear Compensator, Countermass, and Warhead Veneers. We have the big 3. We have Spray and Play or Danger Close, Quick Draw, Field Scout, Cluster Bomb. So, Cluster Bomb, Field Scout, Spray and Play. This is your Axis killer, guys. It's going to be very good, because remember, the Cluster Bombs drop after they hit him and hit his legs. And just generally, with the blast radius of this thing, as far as a PvE rocket launcher, this is going to be good wherever you go, especially the Forge, wherever you guys like to go in PvE. Having the fast reload with the big reserve and Cluster Bomb, it's going to do a lot of damage. And finally, Executor Hideo from the New Monarchy. Now, there are a couple weapons we're going to talk about today. First is going to be the Bad Counsel. And again, we talked about this in previous weeks. We have the Smooth Ballistics CQB Aggressives. We have Extended Mag, Quick Draw, hammer forged, surrounded, and crowd control. So again, we talked about this. It's such a good PvE now, PvE shotgun, because surrounded, it's been kind of a bad perk in the past, but on shotguns paired with crowd control, this is what we're getting. We get bonus damage when 3 or more enemies are in close proximity. So again, in PvE, we have, you know, a whole bunch of dregs on the ground and then a captain. We can kill one of those dregs, have surrounded procced in the meantime, get crowd control going, and then start cutting down on our captains. Very good PvE setup. Now between these two, just be careful, because I haven't seen quick draw, or I haven't seen extended mag on the Bad Counsel. Sometimes it doesn't go up to 6, right? So if our magazine doesn't move, we don't want to use that. We just want to use quick draw. But if we do actually get 6 instead of 5, we're gonna go with extended mag. And then finally, it took 10 weeks, but we finally got a first citizen with counterbalance. I will be picking this up because I've always wanted one of these with counterbalance. We have CQB ballistics, smart drift control, soft. High caliber rounds are quick draw, hammer forged or unflinching, and then counterbalance. So between these two, I'm going to be running hammer forged, high caliber rounds, and then counter. We're going to get a little bit of range. We're going to have a lot of flinch. I mean, it's going to be good for PvE and PvP. But counterbalance is the main draw here, eliminating that side-to-side recoil, making it go up and down. Very interesting first citizen this week. So again, and we don't have time to put him up on the screen, guys. I'm sorry. I got a 13-hour shift at the hospital today. We're going to try to get this video out so we can at least get it out. There's a lot of extra editing that goes into that. So there's a lot of good weapons. It's mostly going to be from the Crucible Quartermaster, but there's a lot to pick from wherever you want to go. I mean, we talked about the surround shot. We talked about the hidden hand sniper rifle this week. There's a good palindrome to pair with the icebreaker with luck in the chamber. There's a good 0 day. Lots of good options this week. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are most excited for. I, for one, will be picking up the first citizen and possibly that palindrome because I've really wanted a good hand cannon nowadays with hot swap. So again, let me know, and until the next one, I am Coolguy.
You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!